We just had a little mini dance party right there.
In quiet, too.
In quiet.
Quiet.
Yeah. I'm about to just keep in the 5 seconds of quiet just so that they can imagine us dancing, you know?
Complete meditation.
Yeah. Either that or the first 5 seconds people drop off and they're just like, yeah, no, there's nothing happening.
What are they doing?
They're like, why is it silent? Well, today we have a very special guest. We have a mystery guest.
Yes, we do.
Mystery guest, what would you like us to call you so we can refer you as?
John Doe.
John Doe.
John Doe.
All right.
That's right. But John Doe has tons of experience in this field, knows the judges, has been watching the show for years. So
this is
very informed.
And I've always said I'm never going to be like on the mic in front of the camera, but I don't know. Billy, it's all you.
We had to make it happen.
I'll try it out.
I'm so excited I can't tell you because we can't ever get John Doe to be on the camera or on the mic, and so this is a special moment.
It's funny because my dad's name is John, and so it's strange calling you John Doe.
But I will say though, guys, in preparation for the podcast, I listened to not last week's because it was just 2 of you. I listened I listened to the week before because I wanted to see how it goes. All due respect, it was trash.
Really? Wow. Are you serious?
I wasn't on that episode.
It's because I wasn't there.
It took me like 15
Olivia.
minutes, you guys, until you got to like AGTea. And the actual theme of the show was Billy revealing the secrets of the show.
Oh, was it that one?
So that's not going to happen.
I was there. Damn.
That's not going to happen today.
Oh.
Look at Julian's face.
Oh my God. I wasn't expecting this.
What was happening in the beginning?
I'm going to challenge you guys in this episode.
Okay.
Get to the meat.
Well, at the end of the episode, every one of you is going to have to give a prediction of who's going to win America's Got Talent.
All right.
Okay.
I have mine.
I already have mine too.
Wait a second. I don't have mine. I didn't know we were preparing for this.
Yes, I know it's not in your note.
That's why we have to have John Doe on.
Okay.
To see what happens.
And I'm also
here.
going to challenge you to see how well you watch the show this episode.
Okay.
I didn't do the best job, Mystery Man.
We'll see.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
But editing videos, you may win this anyway. I prepared like a few sentences that were said throughout the episode, and we'll see if you remember who said them.
Oh, okay. All right.
Okay, enough about me. Go on with the show.
Okay.
And welcome, Mysterio.
Well, we're going to get sued by Sony.
Okay.
I don't think
you're right. John Doe.
Mystery Man.
That's your theme song for him?
Welcome to the recap room.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Recap Room, your go-to podcast for all the inside scoop and hot takes on our favorite shows. Today we have our special Mystery Man guest, John Doe, here, alongside Olivia, Billy, and myself, Julian.
What's up?
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, everybody.
All right. So we've got a special guest because our Mystery Man is the person with all the secrets, with all the knowledge. He's the guy who knows all the stuff and is going to challenge us to know all this stuff as well and make sure that we know and
see who knows what, right?
Yeah.
Secrets and knowledge.
But I love AGTea just like you guys. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just love talking about it. I love talking about it in the office. So this is just going to be like that.
I think it'll be good.
I can't wait to see everyone's opinions this week.
This was an interesting
I'm very
episode.
opinionated this
This is an
episode.
interesting
And Billy
episode.
and I watched the show together, albeit after 2 cups of wine.
Oh, you're right. We did have wine.
I should have stuck around.
But we also had wine. You have to realize we don't have a wine opener here. So what we basically did is he pushed the cork into the bottle of wine. So it was like, a little corky, but it was good.
Isn't there there's a method. What is it? You can put a wine bottle in a shoe and then you hit the shoe against the wall and it pushes, because of the force, it pushes the cork out.
What?
If the cork
Yes.
ever gets stuck.
Oh.
That is a thing that you can do.
You have to learn
So
that.
if you put it in a shoe, okay, I'm going to try this.
So-
Julian will be breaking wine bottles.
Well, okay. Well, research it first before you just blindly grab a shoe in a wine bottle and just try but yeah, it's supposed to push it. Anyways, that's all we're here for. We're here for the acts. We're going to start off with our first segment, Slay or Nay, where we go ahead and list all of the acts and we're going to say if they were a slay or if they weren't a slay. We can also say hesitant slay. We can also say different variations of slay if we're kind of in between. But
All right.
without further ado, slay or nay. All right, slay or nay, duo Acero.
Play.
Slay.
Slay or whatever.
Oh, wait, hold on. He knows.
Yeah, all right.
All right. I say slay. Summer Rios.
Nay. Sorry, Summer.
Oh,
Slay.
Slay.
I also say slay. All right. Leonard Lee.
What's that?
Oh, the dog, the basketball dog. Absolute slay.
Nay.
Oh,
Well, he didn't. Well, it
Billy,
was a
you might
he or
get
she,
canceled
whatever.
for this.
Didn't make it.
I know.
what
Nay.
happened? Nay. Oh, Mystery Man might get canceled too. Nay, no, not nay. Slay. Sorry, I almost canceled myself. All right. Pulse percussion.
Slay.
Slay with needs improvement.
Slay or whatever.
Yeah. I also say slay or whatever. All right. Rob Potylo.
Yeah, who's that?
That cow guy.
Slay, because I'm a freaking weirdo.
Snay.
Snay?
It's a snay.
It's a snay. So you're about to say nay, but
Yeah.
still kind of like slay? Okay.
Well, even in the weirdo genre, he's a nay.
Disagree. Sorry, Mystery Man.
Okay.
All right. Well. Yeah, I say slay or whatever, leaning towards nay, but there's a reason why. Dev.
Oh, this one is difficult. Because I have like weird feelings about the whole show in regard to this one, so I don't know what to say. I guess I'll give this one a snay because I like that word. Like I'm very much like a slay or nay purist, but I love snay. I think that's such a funny word. So
Oh,
now
snay's a nice
I'm
word.
adapting snay.
We're adapting snay.
Olivia
into our
gave me
language.
one of my favorite words in our genre.
Uh-huh.
Thummies. Snay is the second one now.
Wait, thummies as in like thumbnails?
Thumbnails, thummies.
I like thummies. She comes up with all kinds of fun little words like that.
That's great.
That's my
Thummies.
brand.
I give it a snay also.
For me, slay to Dev, nay to the audience.
Oh.
I
Yeah.
understand why.
Yeah.
Okay,
Very
so we'll
that.
get into that.
Yeah, I'm also on snay. Yeah, I agree with what Mystery Man John Doe is saying. All right, let's go on with the next one. Gabriel Henrique.
Oh, come on. Major slay.
Yeah, as Simon would say, 4 billion slays.
4 billion slays.
Big slay.
Absolute slay. Huge slay. All right, Noodle and Bun.
Oh my God, that thing is a groundhog, not a dog. But I'll give it a slay because, like, listen, as much as I'm like, this is weird, like, that was an adorable little groundhog.
The biggest nay I could give.
Biggest nay,
The
really?
biggest.
Oh, okay.
For me, bigger nay than Billy's.
Whoa.
Really?
I don't know if it can get any bigger than that, to be honest.
I know,
That's
'cause mine is
a big
huge.
nay.
I'm
That's
like,
a huge nay.
But I get it.
I say slay. I actually really like this one. I thought it was cute. All right, let's go on to the next one. Zion Clark.
Oh, major slay.
A sad slay.
Super slay.
Yeah, slay.
Okay. All right. Next one. True Villains.
Oh, slay. I love a band.
I give them a slay too.
Yeah, slay.
I also say slay. I thought it was a pretty cool cover of Billie Eilish's Bad Guy.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Twinjas.
This is one of those ones that's funny, right? Because it was montaged, but like it was a successful act. Like it, you know, because I edited this one the other day and it was so short. They were adorable. I got to give them a slay.
Nay.
Oh, Billy
Sorry.
said nay to the children.
I know. And to the pets.
I love children, but it's a nay for me.
Wow.
I say snay. Like slay or whatever, leaning towards snay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. Next we have HB Monte.
Remind me.
DJ.
DJ.
Oh, slay.
Was he a DJ? Was he an
Yeah, he was
animator?
a-
I
he was
don't
like
know.
a-
I'm giving him a nay because of that question you just asked. Was he a DJ though?
Like I don't know what he was doing.
He was like an entertainer, general.
I have more things to say, but I'll save them for when we're talking about it because like there is one part of it that I really, really loved for like a nostalgia reason.
Ah. Okay.
Nay for me.
Slay or whatever. All right. Next we have Kylie Frey.
I'm Howie. I'm a nay. I thought this was boring.
Yeah, I'm kind of the same. Nay.
I'm slay.
I'm also kind of a slay. I thought she worked really well with the band. Not Drake Milligan, kind of like, but still pretty good. All right, next we have Bomba Circus.
Huge slay. Loved them.
Huge slay as well.
Yeah, slay for me.
I also say slay.
Not that I'm biased towards Israeli guys, but I may be biased towards hairy naked guys.
You've really confused our listeners now. They're going, the mysterious man John Doe is into
yes.
Israeli hairy guys.
Yes. Oh, God.
All right.
Moving on.
We'll just move on.
All right, and finally we have Sonny Chatum.
Gigantic sleigh, my favorite of the whole night.
So at first I was kind of a nay, and then I was a slay because I kept saying to John Doe, this is a joke. This is a joke. This is not real. You know what I mean? I knew something was happening. And then when the reveal happened, yeah. Slay.
Oh, for me, definitely a slave. She's a finalist.
Slay or whatever, leading towards nay. I don't get it.
What?
I
Okay.
do not
I was
get
like,
it.
Julian,
Okay.
just say
I'm
nay. I
sorry.
already feel a
Okay.
nay about
Sorry.
this.
I can't wait to talk about this.
Yeah,
Wow.
we'll talk about this.
This is
Yeah.
interesting.
All right, let's get on with the first act. Let's just run right into it. So, do Acero. First of all, I had a friend who was a gymnast, still is a gymnast, and this dude was phenomenal at when I tell you he would work out at a park and just did
Yeah.
calisthenics. And it was the first time I've ever seen anyone do a flagpole move, which is really
It's hard.
difficult. It is
Yeah.
so
So
difficult.
that's
That is
the side
thing.
pole.
That is a very difficult move to do because you're using most of your core strength. You're using basically your entire body to hold yourself up like that. They did that and had the girl stand on him.
yeah.
What?
Yeah, that was pretty crazy.
They were so strong. I will say the only thing that bothered me. I don't know if it wasn't about the act. It was who was it that was just like, wow, she's got some arms or something, and it didn't seemed more condescending than
That they met.
anything.
Was it a
arms
judge who
It was
said
one of
Howie
the
that?
said-
judges. Yeah,
Looks
Probably
like you
Howie.
guys met. They said they met in the gym, and he said it must have been on Arms Day.
on Arm Day. Well, I know actually coming from Howie, I think it's a joke, so it makes sense.
It
But
is a
I don't
joke,
know.
but-
But it's weird because I know. Yeah,
Sort of my feeling about this was it was so impressive. I don't know. And I sort of feel like this has been a theme throughout the season. I feel very much like they are saving their better stuff for later, which I do understand. And it's I can't explain this, right? Because obviously it's so impressive what they're actually doing and it's so cool. But there's something about it to me, and I enjoyed it. I still give it a huge slay, but it was almost not big enough or something, maybe more staging or more props or something, just sort of because it was it's so impressive and I feel like it could just be displayed better, if that made sense, because I feel like they're sort of selling themselves short because there's just such simple staging
Yeah.
or so,
I
I
agree
don't
with
know how
that.
to say. I don't want to be insulting because they're so talented and it was very impressive.
no, of course.
Yeah, I agree with that. I feel like I actually thought they were phenomenal too, but I did feel like, oh, they're going to do something big if they move forward.
Yeah.
The thing that had me the whole time was the daughter next to Sophia, because I guess she sees this every day. So I'm like, she's taking away from their performance because she's looking at them like, that's my mom and dad, just
There-
bored
there they
face.
are.
Oh my God, no, her faces were
And-
so
And
funny.
it's cute because, they're all being shocked, but the way she looked at them, kind of took it down for me a little bit. But yeah, they were great.
But remember also, the judges have lights shining on their faces.
Yeah.
So this kid sitting there was probably
Just
couldn't probably
stunned.
even see exactly.
She's also next
Yeah.
to Sofia Vergara, so I wouldn't
That's
know what to
true.
say.
She was
Yeah.
thrown off.
Same.
She wasn't prepped. So look, what I will say about this is I judge acts based on two factors. Number one, if they make people feel something, like if they move people, make them laugh, cry, or whatever. But the second thing is very important is, do they have something unique that we haven't seen? Or will people say, okay, I've seen this, whatever. I think their act, was sexy. It was wow. It definitely Vegas. But they're a one move act. They own that trick that you were talking about, that whatever what did you call it?
The
With-
flagpole. The
Yes,
flagpole.
and she
flag-
standing on him. That was amazing, but they worked on that for 4 years, so they gave away their best move, I think. So where do they go from here?
That's true.
Yeah.
But I think
Wonder what
that's the interesting thing about it. Because you would think there can't be more. There can't be anything else. But yeah, there's a lot that I think, especially with all these other acts that also went through, that I'm just like, well, where can they go from here? Really, there's no, maybe they'll surprise us, maybe they were just playing it up, or maybe the producers were just like, we want you to do this move. We know that you're capable of doing, you know what I'm saying?
But this is one of those acts, though, when they get to the lives that you're like, is it still going to be there? because
That's
sometimes
true.
things
That is
disappear, and
true.
it was good, but they may disappear.
It's true. We'll see. We'll see. All right, let's move on to the next one. We have Summer Rios.
Pizza Girl.
I liked that part of like her whole shtick that she's like, oh, like I work at Pizza Hut. Given I'm like, if we
yes,
look her up on
yes.
TikTok, is she gonna have like 1 million followers? Though I haven't, so I don't know. But
Let's do it.
the reason why the reason why I gave Summer Rios a nay is because like I was, and it might even, I don't even know, but how do I say? So I was watching this and I was pretty sleepy.
500,000.
500,000.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so she works at Pizza Hut, but she's like a little TikTok famous. But anyways, I was watching this at night and I was kind of tired already, but like I watched duo Acero's and then hers came on, and then when she started singing, I fell asleep.
Oh.
So
you
that
were
is why
sleeping.
it's a nay for me. I also just like, listen, the singers are never my favorite. She seems like a sweetheart. She does have a nice voice. Like she's very pretty. She has like a young pop star look and energy. She has some humility to her. Like I like her as a person, but it's just like someone coming on and singing a song, unless it's like, you know, so spectacular and magnificent, it's never going to be my favorite. So that's really just all there is to it for me.
Makes sense.
Well, let me
yeah.
ask you guys this. Did they have yet, did I miss it, the girl with the Rubik's Cube who sings?
Yeah, she
Okay.
happened.
So the reason why I was confused, I thought it was her because I was there for that. Remember, I was there for that. And so I thought when she came out, oh, this is that girl. And then she didn't have the Rubik's Cube, but it's not the same person.
I don't remember this.
She was like a short, very pretty girl with long hair, and she was also wearing a blue sweater, funnily enough, and she went right before Thomas Vu.
She actually went before
On her
Mason
week.
when we did the tape, when there was the taping. Yeah.
Oh,
But yeah, no, she went right before Thomas Vu because it was like a funny thing because she was like, oh, I'm cute and I'm doing Rubik's Cubes and singing, and then Thomas Vu comes out and he's like, I'm setting myself on fire and doing
Yeah.
a Rubik's Cube.
So I
So she was just a
thought it was
setup
her.
then.
Yeah, I thought it was, but okay. So yeah, I thought she was great. I think her voice was great. But again, another one of those acts that you're like, does she stand out enough that she'll make it to the live shows? The only thing. But I thought she was
I thought she had a great voice and a great personality.
pretty.
Young, cool. She had a great vibrato. Loved her vibrato. However, I'm going to get canceled again, but I'm mysterious, so who cares? Pizza Hut is not going to compete with a blind and autistic singer.
That's true. I mean, he's look, keep it real. It's true.
That's yeah. Yeah, you're not wrong. Yeah.
The Pizza Hut story.
Yeah, I don't know. She was great. And she was good. She had a great voice. Yeah, I mean, I can't really say much about that, you know.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
like-
one question about Pizza Hut before we go on. Do you guys eat pineapple on your pizza?
No,
I don't either.
I like ham on pizza
You
alone.
do, Julian?
I love it. But
What?
okay, there's a reason why. I grew up on it because like I learned that this is a thing in Colombia that they do. Like a regular slice of pizza, they will give you you can get a regular slice and then they give you a Hawaiian slice. So that's just a thing that happens. It's okay.
I don't know how you do
Have
it.
you tried it?
I just can't pull myself to do it.
Let me. Okay.
you?
Can I say I will challenge you to try it?
Okay.
I'm challenging
I'll do
anyone
that
to try
challenge
it.
with you, Billy.
Okay, let's do it.
It's sweet and savory. It's like the watermelon salt thing, but except
Oh, okay.
it's
I love watermelon
it's
salt.
pretty good. I promise you.
I love watermelon
don't
salt.
knock it till you try it.
Are
Seriously.
you talking about Ice Spice's
Ice Spice's cousin watermelon salt. Yeah. I love it. But yes, I
Is that a
challenge you
play
guys.
on watermelon sugar?
What? No.
Hi.
Just because yesterday
I was like,
we were having salt on watermelon and stuff, and then it's like, so how did Ice Spice come into the conversation?
I think was it Arda that came up with it, or was it you that came up with it?
No, because Arda was saying something about like black pepper in water or something, and then we were like, oh, that's literally Ice Spice, and then I was like, oh, Ice Spice's cousin, watermelon salt.
Oh yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's how it happened.
Spice.
just know
Oh, it
there's
was
a
something
song,
about putting
watermelon
pepper.
sugar.
Something
No,
about
it was pepper in water,
pepper
and then
water,
Arda
Ice
was like,
Spice.
that's literally Ice Spice.
There we go. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
by
Yeah.
the way, the fact that you guys eat watermelon salt, that's a black thing.
Oh my God, no,
Really?
because Marissa told us about it the other day, and then I brought in watermelon, and everyone was
And we
like, oh,
tried
we'll
it.
try it. And then
It's so
I was
good.
like, I don't think I want to try that. But then everyone tried it, and they were like, it's good. And I tried it, and Julian was like, oh, you don't like it, do you? And I was like, wait, no, I'm not sure. And then I was like, this actually works.
It's
Yeah,
really good.
It's really
well,
good though.
watermelon, squeeze some lemon on it.
Ooh,
Oh. Oh, I'm going to try that.
Mango, a little bit of salt, and lemon, or like lime on it.
Okay.
Oh my God!
Okay,
Yeah,
that
I had
sounds
that
good.
growing up. It's so good, so good. Or just tajin. On
Yeah, no, I
any
was going to say
fruit.
my favorite is the mango with tahini.
Yeah, on any fruit. Anyways, we're getting too
Now I'm
sidetracked.
hungry.
There's that food. All right. Next we have Leonard Lee, the super cute dog act. All right, Billy, tell us what happened. Why?
You know what it is? Gosh, I love animals. I love pets, but I feel like I get so bored with like pet acts on these shows. I'm like, I mean, it is incredible what they're doing. They're dunking a ball and do whatever, but it was kind of boring. Didn't break the record. And I just kind of get like, I've seen this, I've seen it, you know what I mean? So for me, I get kind of bored. I feel like the dog was cute, but I was bored. You know, and I wouldn't sit through an hour of
makes
that.
sense. That makes sense.
Because I always judge these, like, would I go sit in a show in Vegas and watch that for an hour? And I would not.
I'd watch like a variety of dogs doing tricks for an hour, but I do get what you're saying in the sense of like, I would not watch just Leonard Lee doing hoops for like a full hour. So I think that that's fair. But honestly, for me, it's just like they bring a dog onto this stage. 99% of the time, I'm like thumbs up. I don't even care if the dog sucks. I don't
That's
care
how
if the dog
Simon is, too.
Because it's a
messes up.
dog.
I'm just like, there is a dog. That's a yes for me. But he came so close. He was one hoop off from beating the record. And it's his record. I feel like we have a lot of people coming on the show this season trying to beat their own record,
Yeah.
which I'm like, that's interesting. But
Yeah.
but yeah, I thought it was cute. I liked it. The dog was adorable. But like I completely agree with you. Like I wouldn't I don't think I could watch it for an hour, but like if there was like 20 Leonard Lees doing a variety of tricks, oh, certainly. Oh my
Okay.
God, someone needs to come on AGTea and do that.
I will say, like, I think of it as, because the way you're looking at the show is from a who is going to be the winner, what is the talent kind of perspective. Whereas I can see the producers thinking, this is still a show at the end of the day. We still have to make this entertaining. It still has to be some sort of like, has to be good, you know? So I think this is definitely one of those acts that are just like, well, you know, we need to have a dog act or something, you know, we need to have some sort of act that just like comes on as just like for entertainment purposes. But I can agree with you as in like, is this $1 million act? Is this an act in Vegas? Probably not, you know? There was that one act, I think it was on BGT where it was, they opened up the curtain and it was like what looked like a
the
ring
world's
mask.
record dog.
Was it the world
Yeah,
record
it was
dog?
the world because he's a little white dog, right?
Is it? But it
Why
seemed
you
like
gotta
they
be
had a
white?
bunch
I'm
of
just kidding.
dogs.
Is this a joke?
No, it seemed like they had a bunch of dogs on stage. Like, there was an act with a bunch of dogs on stage, and it was one person. I don't remember what it was. And I remember the beginning of this clip because the curtains open up, and it's this dude going, "Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to do this, blah, 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 the greatest show," or whatever, blah, 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 some sort of. Do you guys remember what I'm talking?
Gotta show me this one. First of all, I love
Do you remember it?
Do you remember this?
John Doe?
John Doe? No.
But I do remember that there is one dog act in the history of America's Got Talent that actually won America's Got Talent.
Ashley and Pudsey.
No,
Or no,
BGT.
That's BGT.
Well,
What
that's
am I talking
BGT,
about?
but on America's Got Talent, it's probably the third season,
Sharon
fourth
Hero?
season. I can't remember their name right now at the top of my head, but just look up AGT singers.
Should they have won?
I don't know. I mean, I didn't watch that whole season,
Okay.
but I just know in the history of winners, there's a dog act. So, but if there's going to be a dog that wins this season, it's not going to be Leonard Lee. It's going to be, what was the name of the act? The dog was like first week or second week. Did a really cool.
Oh no, I know, and it was the sleepy guy. It was the guy in the pajamas,
Yes.
right? Yeah. Oh, I can't remember.
That was on BGT.
Wait, I can. No.
or that
It
on
was AGT. It was earlier this season. There
Oh,
was
it
a
was
guy in
earlier this season.
pajamas,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
there was the dog, and it was like the guy was kind of just an accessory. The dog was like fully the star of the show. Wait, I'm scrolling
Absolutely.
up to try and find
That
it.
was a talented dog. And also, wait until you see next week's dog,
Yeah.
Oh,
the three-legged dog. Now, dogs generally melt America's heart, like
Yeah.
people.
but
just
Of course.
a three-legged dog.
But a three-legged dog that was almost killed in a shelter.
Oh, wow. So it's
then
got the
had
story, too.
Cancer.
No, yeah, the
amputee.
dog has
Spoilers.
the sob story. I heard about this dog from Kayla or Corey upstairs.
So-
Really?
Yeah. So
Wow.
speaking about like from the like moving people perspective that I said before, making people feel something, that dog is probably going to take. From the talent perspective, I think it's the other dog. I can't remember the name.
With
the
the
pajama
sleepy thing.
scene.
So
Okay.
guys, get
Bedroom
ready to
scene.
cry on next week's episode of AGT.
That's right.
A
You know,
three-legged
you know what I
dog.
always say? Tears. That's the gold standard for TV currency.
Yeah.
So if you're gonna go on America's Got Talent, you better know how to cry.
I'm just
unless you're a
remembering.
comedian.
I'm remembering this one moment of when Marissa and I were talking about America's Got Talent, and she reminded me of this TikTok where it's literally just like a girl trying to talk about her story, and they're just like, she's like, "Oh, I play piano. That's not that very interested." And I'm paralyzed. Boom, golden buzzer.
I know that one too.
Listen, unfortunately, it's true. Like a lot of people ask me, you know that, Billy. Like before they go on the show, what should I do? Like, what should I do? I say,
What's your story?
Yes, of course you have to practice your talent, but at the end of the day, it's not a talent show; it's an entertainment show.
Mm-hmm.
So, literally, go to your psychologist and dig deep.
Your story's important.
I'm serious.
And
I am
it's funny because
serious.
he'll see like somebody about to cry and they'll stifle it and stop. And he's like, no, they should have cried.
Again,
Right.
you can go to, you know what it means going to California, spending all that money, going through all the hoops, all the rounds, and then they don't even show you,
Yeah.
right?
Yep. Because you don't have a story.
Even though the audience loved you.
Yep.
But I guarantee you this right now, anybody listening, if you're going to go on America's Got Talent and you actually find a way to cry, you're going to be on TV.
Yeah.
Period.
Yep.
Can y'all make yourselves cry like on command?
I used to be able to in acting
Can you do
school.
it?
I can't anymore.
I used to be able to, but I don't know
I
if I
can
can
do
do
it.
it anymore. All right.
There's one song, for whatever reason, if I sing it to myself,
It'll make you.
by myself, I can trigger
Are you
myself.
trying to make yourself cry right
no,
now?
no, I was going to, but
I was
no,
looking at. I was like,
No,
the
there's-
first person to cry right now gets $1.
Everybody
I
starts-
would, but I'm wearing eye cream. Then all my eye cream will come off.
Eye
It's a
cream.
waste of eye cream.
Oh, okay.
Am I the only one here who wears eye cream?
Wait,
no, Billy, I know
is it-
you wear eye cream.
Is it
I
like?
don't, but I should.
You don't?
What is it? No.
You
Wait, what
don't
is
have
it?
like any under eyelids. It's just cream you
Thank
put
you.
under your eyes, and then it
Oh.
stops
And
it,
it-
from puffiness, lines, etc., crow's eyes.
I got to do that. No, I don't. I don't.
can't believe you.
Thank you.
Oh my god! Of course.
I feel like
I'll give you my
the crow's
recommendation.
And crow lines for me are just inevitable because I'm always laughing.
I am too, though, Julian. That's why we
That is true,
gotta
that is
No,
true.
I'm
We
very
gotta be
expressive,
ahead
so
of
I'm
the
going. I don't have
ball.
lines.
No, you don't. I mean, you have great skin, Billy.
Thank you.
All right. Let's move on to our next act. We have Pulse Percussion.
I think that these guys were a little more fun than Chioma and the Drum Academy. Sorry, Chioma. Like that kid is
The little kid.
You remember Terry's
The
Golden
Atlanta-
Buzzer.
the Atlanta-
Like I thought that they were very cute, but like I thought these guys were like, it was more of a show, even if it wasn't like 100% technically perfect. It was like entertaining. It was a show. It was big. It was loud. It was crazy. It was kooky. I liked this one. I thought it was a lot of fun.
Me too. I actually really like them. I would give them notes. I would be like, I need to get you a choreographer, get you a little cleaner, give you some cooler steps, but they were awesome. And you see why they are world champions.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, it was entertaining. It was cool. You know.
You didn't like it?
It just doesn't. I don't think it's gonna win. I really don't think it's gonna win. You know.
Yeah. I mean, I
Well,
agree with that.
I mean, I can see them getting picked up by the Super Bowl or something, or I can see them getting picked up for like football games or something. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
but
I understand why they won a drumline championship, but I think they were like American sloppy. Meaning, like, if they need to
Yes.
hire a Japanese choreographer.
Oh,
Yeah,
avant-garde choreographer.
Exactly. Like, they were just a little sloppy. Their sound was great, but their movement was a little sloppy for me.
Yeah. No, I agree with that.
Yeah, you're right. 100%.
all right, let's move on to our next one. We have Rob Potylo. So in my notes, I wrote down.
Of course you like this one, Olivia.
This is the Kirkland brand Ben Lapidus. Let's be real. Like, you know, like the off-brand, like
The Wish.
no, seriously, like Wish.com or you're getting it on Alibaba or something. Like this is you're taking Ben Lapidus's act.
Well, that's where he got his costume from.
He's the cow that made the Parmesan.
Now only $3.99. No, but like, what was it? It was about soy.
He was a cow, and he was singing about a soy cow.
And he knew 2 notes on a guitar.
Yeah.
But
So
his
why did you
nose-
like this?
I liked it because it was funny and it made me laugh. And I kind of love stuff that makes the judges uncomfortable. Like when they're sitting there and they're all like, ew. I'm like, yes, fuck it up. You made these rich people uncomfortable.
Fuck
But in a
capitalism.
real way, like, listen, sometimes we all need to laugh. And that act made me laugh. Like, it's like what? Like 45 seconds long. I watched it like 3 times because it's funny and it's silly. And
Do you like
I don't
Seth
know.
Word?
Well,
I love Seth Word.
love
Everyone
Seth Word.
knows this. Seth Word is like my favorite.
Oh my God, he's my most annoying contestant
well,
that ever.
listen, if Seth Wood had a Vegas show, this guy would be the opening
opener
act.
for Seth Word. Yeah. No, so you guys know me. I love Seth Word. I love the people who are like weird and like not very good necessarily.
I already see the lineup.
One of them won BGT this year.
Yeah, no, oh my God, I love, if you're listening, Vigo,
Ven.
Vigo, I love you.
But here's the thing. I feel like Vigo's on a whole other level than like.
Yeah, no, Vigo is like,
dude
Vigo's a
who
professional
keeps
clown.
taking
Oh, I
off
love that.
He went
he was
to,
phenomenal.
That I loved.
You know, he went to actually to like clown school in France, like to
Really?
France's most prestigious clown school. Vigo Ven attended and stuff. And like
Okay.
him, like I can't explain. Like this guy's funny because it's just like he's stupid and he's funny. Vigo, I think truthfully, even though he's like a silly goose, of course, but he's like he's an artist. Like the things that he did, it's like, why is this so good? It shouldn't be so good, but the reason why it's so good is because it's him.
Yeah.
I'm such a huge Vigo fan.
I feel like Olivia, on your top 3, we have Sweaty Eddie. Right? Sweaty Eddie's has got to be one, right?
I love Sweaty
Keith Apicary.
Keith Apicary.
That's true.
Rob Potylo. We could, you know what? We should make a compilation. Olivia's top 10 weird acts.
Weird.
But Rob, like, how does he monetize? Kid birthday parties?
I don't know, because would you want that at your kid's birthday party? You'd be like, that's a little weird.
That's funny.
I don't know that you'd be at a kid birthday
I
party.
wouldn't hire him for my kid's birthday party, but I'll watch his 45-second segment on AGTea.
You hire him for 45 seconds at your kid's birthday party. It's just like, please leave.
He comes
Yeah,
walking
right.
out, the kids are just staring at him like,
What the hell?
what is
Fly
happening?
from cross country, be there for 45 seconds and out.
All right. Let's move on to our next act. We have Dev.
Oh my God. Okay. I have so many opinions on this one because, okay, everyone knows, if you've listened to the first like 3 episodes of this podcast, I strongly prefer Britain's Got Talent to America's Got Talent. And if you are a fan of both of the shows, you know that Dev was on Britain's Got Talent and they loved him on Britain's Got Talent. And I was like, what the heck? He like walked onto the stage. Everyone's booing him. Just like Mystery Man said, it's like, it's a nay for the audience on this one because it's like, I don't know. It's like, oh yeah, he's dressed as a devil. And it's like, oh my God, no, not a devil. It's like the thing that I was saying to everyone in the office. It's like, did no one in this audience like ever do Halloween? Like, like it's not that serious. And he has a good voice. And I also was like, Simon is fake and phony because Simon loved him on BGT and then just was the first one to buzz him on AGT. And it's like, I don't know what the deal was there, but I think it's just very strange to have like a beloved BGT act come onto AGT and to like treat them like that. I was not a fan of that.
It just shows the difference of the British audience and the American audience.
Yeah.
Because it is, Americans get so offended by the devil. You know what I mean?
No,
Right.
So it's like, oh my
seriously.
God, I don't want to
'Cause it's
like anything he
more
does.
Overall, more genuinely religious.
So
Yeah,
I
like-
was going to say, this might get me canceled, but this is your classic good Christian.
Yeah.
Yeah, very that,
televised,
very
Yes.
that.
family friendly. Like we get together on Sunday, watch this show. But
Right
like,
after church.
Yeah, right after church, we're sitting down getting some popcorn, and you're gonna watch this thing.
And even if
and
he
then
was
pray.
good, they wouldn't have, you know what I mean? Like the thing is, he actually is not a bad singer. The thing I would say on his part is he took too long to get to the good.
I see
You know
what you're
I mean?
saying there, yeah.
No,
But
he's a-
Simon was there for both times.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's why I'm saying Simon is fake.
well, that's
What the fuck?
maybe
man?
he
The
became
job,
a little
though.
bit more like maybe he repented. And
Oh
now
my
he-
Oh my
God,
God, it's 6 months time because they just did BGT. No.
But honestly, he is a great singer. Like they didn't give him his full song.
No,
If
they
you
didn't.
go back on YouTube on Talent Recap and you watch Dev the singer on BGT, he's a great singer.
He's a phenomenal singer.
So I actually think that in the room when they shot the thing, he did get the audience on his side
Yeah, towards the end, he
towards
did.
the end, and I think that's and
They're gonna
I
show
think I think that this is the producers get like
Yeah. They'll decide how they want it to look for the episode and then kind of cut it up.
I don't know. I think Simon was drinking too much of the blood of Christ. But that's just me.
there you go.
That may
There
be
you
it.
go. Maybe he
Oh,
goes
no.
to church now. Next thing you know, he's getting married.
That was a good one,
Thank you,
Julie.
thank you. I appreciate it.
That was really good.
Please don't cancel me. I was raised Catholic. Anyways, moving on.
But this guy, you got to give him props. He's unique.
Yeah, he is unique.
Yeah. It was very unique. I don't know. Like it's good singing. We're not there for the image. We're there for the talent, guys. Come on,
Yeah.
And if anything, that should speak volumes. I mean, like people who come on and you can tell that they're disabled, people will judge them immediately, and then they see that they have a talent, and it's like, wow, they're amazing. Yeah. Why can't we do the same for Dev? Like
because it's the devil thing. I'm telling you, that's it.
But he's already gone so viral.
Yeah. Oh, from BGT?
Yeah, his video on BGT is
it's super viral too.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know. I almost feel like AGT deprived themselves of a viral moment there, but like, whatever.
Exactly.
All right, guys. Anyways, next up we have Gabriel Henrique.
Oh my God.
That he was just awesome.
I don't even know where to start.
Phenomenal vocal.
Yeah, it was great because he was nervous, and in the beginning you're like, "Where's this gonna go?" And then when he started to sing, he actually sang in Whitney Houston's key, so that's even better. Like his voice is phenomenal, but to sing in that woman's key, and then he went beyond her because he was doing Mariah Carey whistle tones, and he was awesome.
It's insane. Like his falsetto, his runs were amazing. Like
he got the golden buzzer, right? Yeah.
Yes, he did.
And he moved people. He moved me at home. He moved the audience in the room.
Yeah.
Everybody was standing, even in the middle of the song. Like they didn't wait for him to finish.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah. One thing I could say is just off the top of my head, I could not think of like another male singer to even compare him to, because I feel like whenever you're hearing those like gorgeous, beautiful high notes, it's really like often like I could just think like Mariah, Ariana, like all these like, fantastic female divas and stuff. And it's like, I have never really seen that at the same level done by a man. He, I don't love singers. Like that is like my thing. I don't love singers. I watched that one 3 times because it's just like, it's chills every time. It's like one of those special singing moments where it's like, wow.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I felt this way about like Sarah James or like on X Factor, like Janet Devlin. I don't know if anyone knows Janet Devlin's X Factor audition. Oh my God, that's one of my favorite singing auditions of all time. But it's like I felt it only a few times with a couple of these singers on these shows, and like I have watched a lot of clips.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yes.
Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of clips. And like I really did. Like it's just like what Mystery Man said. I like felt something, and it's like not only was there technical skill there, but it's like there was like connection, and like I got chills. I just can't explain. It's
John
so
Doe
fantastic.
said when he was performing, he's giving Julian vibes.
No, the hair.
What? Oh yeah, the hair. Yeah. I remember this. Was he was Brazilian, Colombian?
He's Brazilian.
Brazilian.
Yeah, but like Olivia is 100% right. Something you can't really describe. You can talk about his high notes, you can talk about his runs, but it's more than that. I think when somebody moves people, there's a connection there. There's authenticity there. There's something about this person, the way they express their music that touches people's souls, and you're moved by it, and you can't explain it. Well, that's why some people like always talk about like too many singers on these shows, but there's a reason why there's so many singing competitions on TV, right? And you don't see like, so many acrobatic competitions or as popular as singing competitions, because there's something about music that touches people, that people connect with, and he definitely got that.
Yeah, he really did. He really did. And the fact that he couldn't speak English but was singing in perfect English is also another kudos.
I'm always so impressed by that.
Amazing. All right, let's move on to our next act. We have Noodle and Bun.
Bun is a groundhog. No dog looks like that. I will die on that hill.
I'm so mad at that thing because I just feel like, I don't know. I don't have time for I feel like, what is this act? What is this?
The entire time.
I was so bothered by it. You know what I mean?
I was thinking about this and what does the audience do during the segment? Like, do they hold a cue card and they're like, react as if there's something on stage?
Yes,
I believe they play it on the screen. So remember when the act started, they had the screen and they brought it down.
Oh, and then they explained
So that's what they were actually watching live, and then only in post did they add in the little dude graphics and stuff. But everyone was watching the same thing, but just on a screen.
And listening to singing.
But I could have just imagined, because being there for a taping, I'm like, that would have been so boring to sit there.
Yeah, no, agree. Agree.
They should send us some of those clean plates of the stage, just
Yes,
so we can
just so we
put
can have it.
ourselves there on, just like that ASMR.
Yeah.
Dude,
You know, it's so funny. I was going to do it when I was there.
That was fun.
I was going to do it when I was there. Just film.
This is why I hate this act, because first of all, I don't know if you've seen, I don't want to plug them. You've seen these fake YouTube channels where they superimpose people on the AGT
Yes, of
stage.
course.
So this is essentially just this is essentially that.
Yeah.
And secondly,
So there's a
if they
market
win
for it.
America's Got Talent, they get the $1 million. I think they should give it to Adobe Premiere or to the editors.
You know, I think
Yeah.
they should give it to the editors. Adobe Premiere is the last thing that should be getting an award right now because we pay so much for this subscription.
And it crashes.
And it doesn't
crashes
work.
again. And
I
then there's a
agree.
mysterious issue. And then it's like, oh, your export stops midway for an unknown reason. It's like, sometimes in Adobe Premiere, if we have any other editors listening, it's like, you need to be like the Adobe detective.
Yeah,
like in
figure
a
out what
real way.
happened, what you
Because it's
did.
like, why is this not working? Why is this whole video out of sync, even though it's in sync in my timeline? This is boring stuff to anyone who's not an editor, so I won't get into
So no award for Adobe, but an award for the
I will
editors.
say-
Yeah.
the animators. Yes,
And
And
certainly.
also, it's not fair. I think it's not fair because so many people work for hours and hours, years and years and years to perfect like puppetry. Like they come on
Yeah.
the show and then you get to sit there for 3 months and perfect your little video
Yeah.
and superimpose it on the.
Which
like,
you know they didn't do it. You know what I mean? That's AGT people
What is
probably
this?
helping too. Yeah.
What is?
Nah.
I don't like it, but
I don't know.
good singing though.
The thing that I think is the most fun about acts like this is just like guessing who it is, because like I don't know if anyone, once again BGT, but there was Noodle the cat who was on stage with Bun was on BGT, and then it was revealed that it was Tom Ball
Yeah.
and stuff. That one I got pretty early, I guess. This one I'm not sure. I thought the talking voice almost sounded like Zach Galifianakis, but I was like, how? It's like, did they really get him on this show? But I'm still trying to figure out who is Bun.
Well, people on Discord, according to Corey, are saying that it's definitely somebody, a previous act
That's
from
what
the
I would
show.
think too.
So you're right though. Like I think Simon or the producers were like, "Oh, the Masked Singer is a popular
yeah,
show.
right. They're trying to have a Masked Singer
Yeah,
moment.
let's have a Masked Singer moment."
All right, let's move on. Next, we have Zion Clark.
Oh my God. I almost cried. I had to like really like hold it in because I was like, I don't want to cry right now when I was watching this one.
Yeah.
But
It was
Jesus
amazing.
Christ.
It
Yeah.
was
no.
definitely one of those moments where it's just like it's very empowering, you know, and it's I don't know.
And- And I hope, like, it's crazy. It's so crazy. But like what he can do and how he's just
Yeah.
so positive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And where he came from, he was in
Yeah.
a foster care.
Yeah. On top of everything else, then in foster care and abused in foster care, and like that was crazy.
No,
to hear
like
that.
how he's right. The world needs to know about him.
Yeah.
I completely agree.
And I am so happy that I actually knew about him because I'm an MMA fan.
Yeah.
And I looked him up when he had his first MMA fight because people were talking about like would he ever come in the UFC. But I just wish for the next round somehow they can show him wrestling someone
oh, that would be
Yeah.
badass.
It'd be really cool.
because that would be unique. They've never had somebody like real
That's
wrestling.
so true. Yeah. I've never seen that.
They did that silly one with
With the
judge, yeah.
girls.
But that was just
Yeah.
goofy.
No,
His would
yeah,
be
but
incredible.
like bring in an opponent, an
Mhm.
able-bodied opponent, and have him wrestle. Like that would
Yeah.
be amazing
Be
because
great to
that's
see.
when he does his best stuff.
No, yeah, that would be spectacular.
and
it's
I
also-
loved his voiceover during the whole time of
Yeah.
showing his act. I thought
No,
that was
agree.
clever.
Yeah.
So I can't wait to see what he does next.
You could even tell the spotter was just sorry. I was about to say like the spotter was just like, "You sure you got this?" Like,
Yeah.
that was impressive. That was really impressive. I mean, just you know, it's weird because it's also that thing of like the brain where it's like it adapts and adjusts and makes it easier for you to kind of just like if you're missing a limb or if you're missing limbs, then you start teaching yourself. I remember there's this thing. It's like if someone goes blind, your
hear better.
your sense of smell and your hearing gets way better because your brain just learns to adapt to that, and then
Yeah.
it makes it easier for. Not saying that it's easy to learn something like
No,
that.
but
I
it's
could
just
only
more
imagine.
heightened. I know what you mean.
Right, exactly.
And nobody's actually taken into account. He did a backflip
yeah,
Yeah.
from his hands. He just threw one in
insane.
really quickly. Like that was not even a thing of like, watch me do this backflip. He jumped off the box, did a flip, and then he went over and did something else, which I thought was cool.
No,
you
I
know?
mean, not only was the act so incredibly impressive, but like that story was beautiful. And I just, I think it's very important. And I will say, this season of AGT, mixed feelings overall, but like they've brought attention to two really important issues, which is organ donation as well as the foster care system. Because like it is very important for people to know, you know, like the implications of like children in the foster care system, like unless they are lucky, are often treated poorly and do face abuse. And like that is like it's heartbreaking, and it should
my
not
son
be
was
like
in
that.
the foster system, 5 different homes, so I get it.
And according to statistics, this kid should have been in prison, unfortunately, in the justice system, you know. And
No, because he didn't have any opportunities or chances. He had to make and take those for himself, you know? Like he is a powerful person, and he really is someone where it's like he overcame so much, not only physically, but it's like I don't know. I was so impressed.
They say, I think,
love him.
70% or 80% of the homeless population is people that were in foster care.
Yeah. No, because you're 18 and then you're just done, and you don't have you don't have money, you don't have clothes a lot of the time, you don't have a place to go. It's so sad.
Yeah.
And the easiest thing for him, like he said, would be to take the wheelchair they gave him.
Yeah.
They said just be in a wheelchair. And most if somebody's like him,
easier
most
for other
kids like
people.
him are in a wheelchair for the rest of their life. And he said, no, I'm going to walk on my hands.
He is badass.
He's incredible. Yeah. So I hope he gets
We
far
love
in the
him.
show. You know what I mean? I hope they
no.
can. I hope maybe he needs somebody with him, like an artistic director, to keep going. Now we got to do this and make it an act so it can go forward. You know. So.
But even if he doesn't have a Vegas act or whatever, he still has a career in fighting. He still has a career in like promoting different things. Like
He's got a lot going for him. Yeah.
No, he definitely does. I just mean so we can see him on the show more.
Yeah.
Somebody's got to
I get
create
that.
something for him.
That being said, though, I would go to his TED Talk.
Me too.
Same.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right, Zion.
So
you know
we
what you
love
gotta
him.
do.
We love you, Zion. Thank you so much.
All right, let's move on to the next act, True Villains.
Loved this.
Oh.
Love a band on AGT. This has just kind of been a new thing this season, I feel like. Because like they've had some bands, but like this year they've had like 2 really good bands. Like I love these guys.
I will say, as an ex-scene kid, the high school in me was very happy and like, this is amazing. I mean, you know, it reminds me of the Punkos Pop albums.
Yes.
And it's like, Punkos Pop, Billie Eilish's Bad Guy. Like, this is amazing. The only thing I didn't understand, why the pig squeal, bro? Like, you could have done everything without the squeal. But I guess maybe he's appealing to a certain audience. So, I don't know. But
Yeah, I loved it. It was funny because the whole time, I love when you hear a song and you're like, I know this song. I know that, and you can't figure out what it is. And that's why I loved it.
I like that too.
And you can tell they are already a popular band when Simon almost apologizes for them being on AGT.
Yeah. I looked them up because I was like, how big are they? Because, you know, we had White Panther on earlier in the season, and they were like a big band in the 80s and stuff, like a pretty big deal. These guys only have like, I think like 4,000 followers on Instagram. I thought they were like, you know, maybe they have more listens on Spotify, because sometimes it's like, oh, they have like the streams of the music, but not like the social media presence. But I was surprised too, because I thought the same thing. I was like, oh, this is like a big, cool band that like everyone knows about. But they had like 4,000 followers. I was surprised, but I loved it. And my favorite part was definitely the guitar solo. Very badass, very cool. I enjoyed this a lot.
They were really good. They were really good. I mean, I just felt bad for them because they just like desperately tried to have a story, and all they got was like, my mom is a fan.
My mom liked it. And then also, did anyone else notice when they were doing the shots of the mom, like, was that not a man who was standing up? I felt like they were showing different people when they were trying to cut to Joan. Like, go to that part in the audition where they're like, oh yeah, my mom. And then they point to someone and it's like, I don't, you know, like, I'm not like, I am very gender fluid in general. So it's like, maybe she was like, you know, like a mom, but like, you know, she likes to wear sort of like more mask clothes. But like, I'm pretty sure the person they showed in the shot was not Joan.
Well, let's look at it again, because I thought she's bold. So
no, yeah, Kayla and I were talking about it, and I was just like, I'm not sure, but the thing is, if she was, don't you think they would have brought that up?
That's exactly it. That's what made me think they maybe had a story, but the producers were like, just say that you're like she's a fan. And
I wonder. Now I got to go back. I didn't see that.
Maybe she didn't want to be like expose her thing, because I looked at her and I said, wait, she's bald. Maybe there's a bigger story here about the mom, but she didn't want to.
Just might shave her head like me.
They cut to the mom 3 times, and the first 2 times it's that same person, and then the third time it's like 3 or 4 different people just all standing up like, woo, and I'm like, who is Joan? Where is Joan?
And why does Simon turn to her 3 Sorry, I spit on you.
Don't worry.
3 times. That's my whole thing. Like usually a story like, oh,
Yeah.
my mom and this. There's something missing here.
No, yeah, it's like, where
might
is
have
she?
cut it out.
Where is
Why is this a
Joan?
story? My mom is a fan. Oh, she's here. Simon turns to her and again, stand up. Like, what's
Yeah.
happening?
Yeah.
We got to do
not
some
getting the bigger picture
investigating
here.
on
Yeah.
that.
100% going to investigate that
Yeah, we got
now.
to figure this out. All right. Let's move on to the next act. We have Twinjas.
I think I was the only one who gave them a sleigh. I think everyone else was a snay or a sleigh or
Are
whatever.
you
or
slaying
a
them just
nay.
because they're kids?
I mean, the thing is, I actually thought it was kind of cute. It's like kids like pretending to like beat up adults, but it's like, thinking about what you say, which is like, oh, would I watch this for an hour? Fuck no. It was adorable. It was cute, but it's like, we're not, I am telling you guys right now, I will make a bet with anyone who wants to take me on. We will not see the Twinjas again. That was like a one-off moment, and that was it. So like, I don't know. They were cute. They were adorable. I do actually like the concept of it's like, oh, 2 little kids and like this
Self-defense.
funny, like campy act where it's like they're beating up adults and stuff. Like I kind of like the idea. I feel like it could be like executed better and stuff, but it doesn't even matter because we're not seeing the Twinjas again.
It's funny because it makes me think of like, because I took karate lessons growing up, and I
Me
got
too.
to
Yeah. Yellow
Me too.
belt, and then I quit.
I got up to brown belt. I think
Damn,
first degree.
you were
yeah.
one away
I have a
from
black
black,
belt.
and you
Black,
quit.
yeah. And I quit. No, after a certain point, I was like, I can't do this anymore. But I feel bad because it was like I think about it, and I think about my parents, and like they must have sat there for like an hour watching me do this in a place that probably smelled like feet.
Oh my God, the karate studios
Sky zone.
smell more like feet than anywhere else on
Yeah.
earth.
My dad owned a karate studio, and that's what I, yes. And so my everyday was at this place that smelled like
And you had to clean it every night.
Oh no.
But let me ask you, you trained as a kid. Like, doesn't every kid that trained be able to do this?
They had a
Not-
couple cool moves,
Like there
I'd
were
say,
some
but
cool
like
stuff.
cool moves in the spectrum of cool for a kid, right?
will
You know,
say-
like not
Yeah.
like cool for like age.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, you do. But let me ask you a question, because this is what we talked about too. Why was there a piano on the stage?
There you go. Mystery piano.
Maybe
There's a
something
piano?
else happened that they didn't include.
Yeah,
Did they
that's
like
what
do
we were
like
saying.
a fake piano smash, but it didn't work or something? Ooh.
Don't know.
Or maybe the kids were like, I thought they're setting up. Like they have like they're fake fighters, but then all of a sudden they get on the piano and something else happens.
It's like something like the M act or something, right?
Yeah. So when you watch it back, you'll see behind them the whole time. It's there.
Karate piano.
And John
Hold
Doe and I were like, "Why is there a piano?"
on. Yeah.
in a wrestling.
I didn't even notice
I didn't even
it.
notice the piano.
Yeah.
to be
I
honest.
watch fighting. I've never seen a piano
They just
in a
completely
ring.
forgot to just like remove the piano from one of the other acts.
Just smash me with the piano.
They just left it on
They
stage.
just left it on stage.
But also, I think for kid acts, growing up as a kid performer, I was always told this is an adult business. You have to be able to perform with the adults toe to toe. So when I see kids that are like, it's just kind of cute, then I get bored.
Did you feel that way about the little girl, Goo Goo Gaga?
Yes. Oh my God.
You remember the little girl who sang the Lady Gaga song and like she
Yes.
was like the world's cutest child, but she
She
just
was so cute.
wasn't that great at singing.
But yeah, we talked about that. She was so cute, but no.
I'm sorry, Zoe.
Yeah, but she's cute.
That
Yeah, no,
reminds
she
me
is
of
She's
incredibly
Sophie
cute.
Fatou.
that reminds me of
2.0.
Dan's take on like kids kid performers, where he's just like yeah, they have too much confidence.
Dan
Way
hates
too
him.
much confidence.
Dan and kids, oh my God.
Anyways, let's move on to our next act. We have HB Monte.
Okay, wait. I've been excited to tell you guys this. So the reason why I really liked this act is because like as a kid, I was a Guitar Hero kid, right? Like I was like a huge
Yes.
Guitar Hero kid. And like I love the bad Guitar Hero graphics. If anyone listening has ever played
now I
Guitar Hero,
understand.
you know about the crappy Guitar Hero graphics. The graphics he had up of the judges reminded me of the crappy Guitar Hero graphics, and it gave me so much nostalgia. And I was just like, oh my God, I'm living for these graphics. And also, I will say, I thought the funniest joke of AGT so far came out of this act, which was Howie being like, I don't have nipples.
Yeah.
That was a good line.
Oh yeah.
loved that
When I saw that, I was like,
joke.
hello.
I think
you
that's
know
why
what?
they played him.
You know what
Yeah.
messed me up with this one is I saw a TikTok maybe 3 days ago, and it showed a girl, and you guys may have seen this, it's because it's viral now. She said, "What do DJs actually do in concert?" And she was like, it's all done before they actually get up there. So when you see them
I
on
saw
stage,
that video too.
like
That's so funny.
pressing buttons or whatever, they're not really mixing in live concerts anymore. And so,
Right.
so that's why for this one, I was like,
Hype man.
he's up there kind of doing this thing and whatever. And yeah, I was bored.
So those machines that he have is like a sampler machine. So you can assign each button to a certain sound. So I think it might be like, it's impressive if you're making a beat from scratch and you're showing like the technicalities of it. Because I've seen that done before.
I've seen that.
I've seen Fred again do that with his beat. Have you do you like Fred
so
again?
Freaking cool.
No, yeah, because like the thing is, I get what you're saying, but like because sometimes like there's lazy DJs and then there's like badass DJs.
that are doing it on the spot.
Yeah, because it's like this one DJ Fred again. It's like he will have like this little pad, right? And it's like he has like a song that he's playing and he's like mixing the song on the pad as he goes. So it'll be like do do do. It's like a bunch of buttons.
But
no
you
one can
guys
see me,
think-
but he's pressing a lot of buttons, and it's really
But
cool.
you guys think HB Monte was doing that?
No.
Okay.
I just thought, I think his whole thing was like he was like charming and like he had some funny graphics.
Like he's like a lip sync DJ.
Yes, he is.
Throwing in Terry
That's
Crews
such a good
taking
way
off
to
his
put
shirt
it.
and stuff for extra points.
I was waiting for Terry to just
No, I know.
rip
I was
off
like, Terry.
and just get on stage. Yeah, no.
I also thought that was going to happen. I was slightly disappointed when it didn't.
Yeah.
I don't know. But anyways, all right, let's move on to our next act. We have Bomba Circus.
Oh, I love these guys.
Oh, loved him.
This was so
Hilarious.
much fun.
Let's have John Doe. You go first in this one.
Well-
Since you said you love hairy Israeli men.
You're not going to hear the end of that one.
I mean, Israeli men are handsome.
Well, the only thing I'll say is that they're not better than the French guys. I don't remember their
Men
name.
with pants.
Men with pants.
No, Men with Pants.
No, wait, La Beau
Le Beau
Frere.
Frere.
Yeah,
Le Beau
those
Frere, yeah.
guys are more skilled at this.
Mm-hmm.
But these guys were funny. They were funny. They had some skill, like juggling skills.
Yeah, they juggled, which I
Like,
thought was cool.
They looked like they're like a little bit rookie on that, but they had some skills. But they're funny. So
And I think it's like what you said, Olivia. I think they have more they're going to do. Like they didn't do their best stuff. There's probably more if they go forward.
Yeah, which I kind of like, I feel like that's been a lot of this season is it's like, like I know that you can do like a slightly better performance than this, but you're like, I'm going to save it for the semifinals, which I'm like, I get it. But at the same time, I'm like, best now.
Please.
Because I'm greedy. But I like them a lot. I thought they were funny. I thought they were goofy. I like that they had like a little ping pong ball. They were or not. It wasn't even. It was just like a general bouncy ball and stuff. I don't know. I thought it was funny. They were cute. Like it was enjoyable. It was fun to watch. I really liked it. Even though it's not like it's not like, oh my God, they're so amazing and inspirational or anything. But I feel like we need some of those throughout this show to like even it out.
We
You know,
definitely do. We
I love
definitely
them. I'm a huge fan.
and the
What'd
fact
you
that they
think?
threw their ball in made everybody
Before-
wait for like 5 minutes. And then just this random ball comes in.
I think
And
the
they get
That
on it,
juggling,
worked
right?
really well.
the juggling was very impressive.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I feel bad for Terry. He got a front row seat of.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
The rest. There were many cutaways to him just being like, oh.
It's so funny. You got to think about that because there's a whole crew backstage. So they're all back there. You know?
There was a back camera.
Yeah.
No,
Like-
yeah, someone has to be looking
So
at the
somebody's
camera
seeing that.
during that. Someone's
And
seeing
they're just
all the
like,
business.
All right.
I always wonder for those things, do they have like a little modesty thing covering up in case, or are they like full on?
I feel like they don't.
I always wonder. Okay.
They had to tell the producers, so we got to get naked.
Mm-hmm.
You might see a little bit more of us than you need to, but and we're gonna walk out on stage.
There's a Broadway show that's going right now called Naked Boy Singing.
And
And it's 2 hours.
of
Slay.
naked boys.
Like no clothes. They don't wear clothes the whole show.
Woo!
But will females be ever be able to do an act like this?
Oh, that's true. I mean, I'd love to see it.
Yeah, that actually would. You know what's funny is it would probably do so well since there's never been that.
Like, it goes
We need
into
to
the-
create
Next
this act.
season.
Next season has to
See,
happen.
that's what I'm saying. Like unique value.
That would be cool. It's also
Yeah.
like double
It's
trouble.
harder for women though.
You got three things.
Men only have one area to
it's
You have
cover.
three
That's the
things,
thing.
yeah.
It brings up a whole
Boop,
different
boop,
conversation
boop.
because for women it's actually illegal.
Not in New York State.
Wait, what?
In New York State, you don't have to wear a shirt as a woman.
Yeah.
It's legal to not wear a shirt.
Really?
Yes.
When did that happen?
A couple years ago, because I remember how I found out about it I have this really funny little friend, and he's like a really short, silly
guy.
dude, and he like hangs out in Union Square a lot, and he posted this photo of him and this lady not wearing a shirt in Union Square, and he was like, boobs are legal.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, no, like
So
you
could
could,
just walk
as a
down the
woman,
streets?
it's not illegal to not wear a shirt.
Oh,
Like,
that's
you know-
because I've always
Mhm.
said, like, I don't understand. Either they make it illegal for men to do the same,
I agree 100% with
Oh,
this.
that's true. I
or
agree.
like, why? What's the difference?
Because it's been overly sexualized. That's the
Yes.
only reason.
Yeah.
women
Other
need
countries
to
are
be
not like
so
that.
As
Definitely,
we
but
speak, I'm going to
no.
start taking off my shirt. We're going to do a shirtless podcast episode.
We are actually all
Olivia, it's
We are
okay. You don't have to do
actually
it.
Everyone
shirtless
leave your
right now.
shirt on, please.
No. I still think people should
Whoa,
be
Billy, you've
modest.
got some hairy nipples. No, I'm
it's
just
just-
kidding.
Oh my God. No, I don't.
I still think people should be modest, just for like
Yeah.
personally.
But
But
it
the
should be like-
government should not say
I have
Yeah.
3 nipples, by the way. But
that.
I knew a guy in high school who had 3 nipples.
Oh my
No.
God.
I'm not even kidding. Shout
What?
out to you, Ian Zuli.
Wow, Ian Zuli is crying.
No, because
He loves
in
them.
high school, he never stopped telling us that he had 3 nipples.
Oh,
and
so
it was
he
to the-
owned it.
He owned it,
But
and
let
he
me ask you
showed
a
us.
question. Were they like, okay, because when you hear 3 nipples, you think 1, 2, 3, one in the center.
One,
But there's
two,
probably
and it
like
was
2.
a small little baby nipple that was underdeveloped, and it was
Oh.
literally the size of like, I could literally, it's
He's
it's
doing
like
his
the-
fingernail, folks.
Like no, I'm
It was
not
like a
even, it's-
Scrappy
you see that
Doo.
that O on your it was the size of that. It was like this little baby. It was like a baby nipple. Like imagine the size of a baby nipple just on
She
his
said a
stomach.
scrappy do.
A scrappy Doo, a scrappy little nipple.
Like Scrappy Doo from Scooby Doo.
Yep.
I love saying that.
But yeah, a nipple's a nipple. Let's get over it, guys.
Yeah,
You
okay.
know.
And what's his name again? I'm going to look him up. Ian?
Oh, Ian, shout out to you, Ian Zuli. I don't think he has any pictures of him with.
He's going to get a bunch of follows. Look, he's not going to understand why because he's going to get a bunch of follow from Talent Recap.
Well, I mean, there's probably a lot of Ian. Well, maybe with the last name Zuli, that's a different story. Okay. Anyways, let's move on. We have Kylie Frey,
Oh.
country singer.
I've got to be honest here. I watched like 30 seconds of her singing, and like she's super cute and seems sweet. It's just not for me. Like I don't love country songs. I didn't think it was even for a country song on the spectrum of country songs, a super compelling country song. I'm very much the Howie of the table here. I just
No, I'm
didn't.
with you.
I just didn't love it. Like she seems like a sweetheart, and the thing is, in the country music scene, like there's definitely like potential and space for someone like her. Like she's not talented. I just don't love country music. I'm in the population of people, which is also a large population of people that don't really love country music, and I wasn't blown away by it. Like it wasn't like Chapel Heart. You know what I
That's
mean?
true. Yeah.
Right. I do love country music.
Mm-hmm.
And
Really?
I think for that audience, I think she did pretty well. I think she can sell. She can be on the radio. Country radio is really popular. And I think an act like this can put her on country radio and can sell some songs.
Yeah.
Just like that other guy who wasn't a finalist.
Drake Milligan?
Drake Milligan.
But
yeah.
not Drake Milligan level.
Oh.
I wouldn't put her up there. But I think for a female country artist, she did pretty good.
She got tweeted by Reba McEntire, so,
There
Oh
you go.
wow.
Oh,
Well, there you go.
I love me some Reba.
so that's a good thing.
There
Will
you
she go far in this show? I don't think so. But she did something really smart. She, when you come on the show, one of the things, a little trick for you guys, if you want to, get 4 yeses, try to find a moment to get Simon on your side even before you even start your talent. And she did that pretty well. She had like a little bonding moment with Simon, like I always loved you or something. Like it sounded
And
authentic.
he loves that.
And Simon loves it.
Of course.
Simon loves it. So he was already on her side.
Wasn't she barefoot as well?
Yeah.
It's like she performed barefoot.
Yeah.
Oh, like Mandy.
Like Mandy
Yeah.
Harvey.
Oh.
I thought
And
she did.
the camera guy kind of.
Yeah, I always think that's interesting.
I think it
When
could
you
be a
perform
thing.
that way. Sorry.
I mean, it
Why
could
you
be a
laughing
thing
at it?
of just like.
Mandy and this other girl. What's her name? The girl that
Wait,
does
I
it.
need to
One
know.
for
I
the
need to know what's
feet
going on.
people.
Oh, God.
Well, it does really good on thumbnails. That's all I can.
She's got a side gig, if anything. You know, like
They saw her Amanda Holden feet video go viral, and they were like,
Yep.
Yeah.
"I'm sorry,
Yep.
Kylie."
Yep. I mean,
Tarantino's
the
going to be
video-
calling.
It worked. The video guy and the editor knows because they always, even though it has nothing to do with her feet There was another girl that does it for a reason. She says like
Andy
because
Harvey.
To be grounded.
No, to people don't afford shoes. Like
Oh, I remember what you're talking about. She did it for like a charity reason for people.
Oh,
like
that's really nice.
Yeah, no, but this girl, her whole story is that's why she doesn't wear shoes when she performs. But for her, she didn't have any story to go with it. But still, the producers felt the need to zoom in on it.
Oh wait, so I might have missed. So she didn't bring it up at all.
No.
She just came out barefoot.
Oh, for a second I was like, oh, maybe I missed that segment where she's like, yeah, this is why I don't wear shoes. Oh.
No, but I think
All right.
it could definitely be like a grounding technique or some sort of like thing to kind of just like.
Yeah, it's also
like a
smart because
spiritual
like, oh yeah,
thing,
the
you
girl
know?
who didn't wear shoes. Like people will remember that.
Yeah.
You know what I
Mhm.
mean?
Yeah.
Like
Makes her stand out. Because if you say a girl who sang country, there's a bunch of those people.
Right.
But then
Yeah.
if you say the
This
person
is a
who did-
sidebar story, but that's a funny one of the reasons why Barbara Streisand was so famous. She went into an audition for Funny Girl, and when she went in, there was a chair in the room, and she took her gum out of her mouth and put her gum on their chair, and then sang her song, and then finished and took the gum, put it back in her mouth, and they never forget that to this day.
Wow. Did she get the part?
Oh yeah,
yeah, funny
Wow.
she was
girl.
I
Funny
didn't
Girl.
know
That's
that.
when she
Wow.
became huge. Yeah,
Oh, that's
You just got to be unique, in auditions.
you just got to do something that it's like people are going to be like, that was weird. Why'd she do that? But then they won't forget.
yeah,
It's
never forget
true.
you.
Yes, give me a second. I need to find. We did a whole video on her. Angelina Jordan.
Angelina
Oh
Jordan.
yeah,
Really?
that's right.
Oh, you're right. She did
She's the
whole
girl
time.
from
She was on a different Got Talent,
Yeah,
I
she
think.
was
and then
on
she-
Romania.
Yeah,
or was
yeah,
it?
she won. And she won as America's Got Talent champion. She won when she was like
Romania's
9 years
Got
old.
Talent.
Yeah, and she doesn't wear shoes for a reason. She has a whole story to it. It's the name of her book. She made a whole marketing thing about it. Yeah. But anyway,
All right.
And her
Anyways,
voice is incredible.
phenomenal voice. All right, let's move on with our final act of the night, and I'm
My
going to need you all to
favorite.
explain to me why this is funny or why because I do
Julian
not
was the
understand.
only one. I think it's because Julian, the whole time you're trying to figure out. It's almost like a brain teaser. You're like, what is this? What is going on? And you're watching the judges get uncomfortable.
which I
And
love.
then yes, and which Olivia loves.
Also, we're
And-
talking about Sonny Chatum.
Yes. And then when you get to the end and you're like, oh my God, that was a woman the whole time. Like that was pretty cool.
I have to say, okay, I, Olivia, am like the world's biggest drag fan. Okay, I watch all the drag races. I watch other drag shows. I'm a huge drag fan. And I clocked that woman in 5 seconds.
Really?
I knew that was a woman immediately in boy drag. You can ask Kayla.
Really?
tell us
Anyone
your
here?
tips based on
Yeah,
what?
tell us your tips because I had no
She had a
clue.
woman face that was a fake mustache. She had padding in her pants and she had padding in her shirt.
Well, I was gonna say that mustache and goatee looked way too like
Weird.
Crisp.
perfect.
It was
too crisp. Too crisp. I mean, there might be some people out there with some really nice, mustaches and
Yours
goatees.
is nice.
Oh, thank you.
Now-
But I don't think it's like to that level. You know what I'm saying? Like,
And if you watch her back, when you watch her back, you
see
can
it?
tell she overdoes the accent.
Mm-hmm.
Like how do
I
you say?
watched Grace Vanderwaal. That's
Yeah.
not even it. That was so
Yeah, I
bad.
thought the whole time I was like, this is a joke. I kept saying this is a joke. This person's not going to sing. It's a joke. But I couldn't figure out what it was. And that's why
especially
at the end, I'm like,
at the end, because at the end I was just like, there's no way. Heidi's giving you so many opportunities to like do something.
Yeah.
But the only reason why for me, it just annoyed me because I was like, well, just get on with the act. And then at the end, it was the reveal, which I'm like, okay, but where's the act? Like there was no act.
You were still waiting for that song.
I was still waiting for something to happen and it was just a reveal. So I'm like, okay. And I don't know, part of me, I hope I'm not being too much of a hater because I like.
No, be a hater.
Because part of me thinks like, if there's a reveal, it has to be someone from the previous seasons or something, or
I
someone
know
that
what you
we
mean.
know that we recognize. But it was a reveal, and I'm like, I still don't know who you are. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
See, for me personally, the reveal of like, because like I said, like I clocked it immediately that it was a woman in boy drag and stuff. But what's it called? I didn't know that there wasn't going to be a song immediately. So so I was editing this one. The first time I saw it, I was editing it, and I was like looking at the time clock, and I was like, 3 minutes and no song.
Yeah.
And I was like, what is gonna happen here? Because like I clocked the drag, I didn't clock the joke immediately.
Yeah.
So it was like a funny surprise to me when it was like, oh, this whole thing was a joke. But I don't know. I thought it was so silly. I love seeing the judges super uncomfortable and confused. So that was like a major slay for me.
understand
that was your favorite of the night?
Yeah, no, Sunny Chatham was my absolute favorite of the night.
And that was your least favorite of the night.
Yeah, sorry.
It's so funny because Julian and I usually, I feel like, are on the same, page, most
yeah,
of the
we
time. So
really
it's
are.
funny that we're completely on opposite spectrums. I hope that she wins you over in the semifinals.
I hope so too, because well, that's the thing. It's like I'm never the type of person to be like, oh, absolutely not. You know, there's certain people that I'm just like, I just can't stand. Dustin, fucking
Seth word for me.
Tavella. Yeah, like, but here's the thing. I'm willing to like open up and understand why it's funny. So like, I want this person to really.
Yeah,
like,
I opened up
win me
to
over,
Seth Word like the last time he came out. I'm like, okay, now I like him.
Yeah.
But
What I would say about Sunny Chatham, absolutely gold.
Agree.
Because this is, speaking of unique, first of all, she made AGT history. Fun fact.
Really? How so?
Never, ever did somebody get 4 red buzzers and then 4 yeses.
Oh, I see.
Challenge me on that. Even Ben Lapidus. So that's number 1. Number 2, the fact that in the beginning, it looked like Sunny Chatham, the guy, was kind of on the spectrum or something. Was
yeah,
off,
I remember you said that.
right? So the judges felt bad to like criticize him. You can see Simon didn't immediately go hard. But then when he started noticing, okay, this guy's just messing with us.
Yeah.
And then it went from messing with us, but eventually he'll sing. But then no, eventually he won't sing. And he kept you guys for 8 minutes.
Yeah.
Sunny Chatham got the longest spot in any act.
And they ended the show with that too.
Pranked them and fooled them.
No, it's so good.
And I think at the end, the reveal could have been better though. I think you're right. Like if the reveal was like she went from Sunny Chatham to like woman.
No, if it should have been like a Drag Race-esque reveal, because like I can't explain to you guys enough that on Drag Race, like these queens and these drag artists will have a full outfit on that looks like its own entire outfit, and they do a twirly or like a pow, and like just like rip it open, and it's like second outfit.
Yeah.
Like so that would have been badass, but maybe once again that's something that's coming in the
There you go.
semifinals.
That's what I was
I think
going to
it's a
say.
good
That's
intro.
true.
Maybe she's saving it because here's the thing: if she plays her cards right, I think she's a potential winner.
So I
I
was
think
going to
so
say
too.
that.
But now that the doubt, we already know who she is. So how is she going to up this?
Well, I think she can come in as
I
a
have
different
so
thing
much faith,
every
yeah.
time. I really do
So
too.
I will say it reminds me of like when people say they hate certain, and I say hate as like, you know, right? Like in like certain actors playing certain roles. But then I always say, well, then if you hate them because they were too mean or they were too annoying, they
they're
played
good.
that role right.
Yeah, you're right.
They did
Yeah.
that. They did a good job.
Yeah.
You know.
exactly what you
So-
wanted. She wanted you to hate her.
So that's so now I'm starting to understand why, like, you know, it's clever. Yes, I can see how it's clever. I'm excited. I mean, you know, like
You want to see what happens next?
We'll see what happens next. Actually, let's transition. Let's go straight into who do we think is going to win?
I think it's gonna be Sunny. Sunny
Yeah.
is my vote. Sunny is certainly who I want to win. My my top 2 for the win right now are Sunny is like my dream win, and Putri is like my like realistic. I think could easily win the show just because of like, I mean, Putri is amazing. Don't get me wrong. But I would love for it to be like a weird, crazy weirdo with like a bizarre act that's a little bit unusual for for AGT.
And it would be like BGT and AGT.
Yes, exactly.
Have
Have
a
2
clown.
weirdo winners.
Comedians
Oh my God,
win.
them going on tour together. I would live. Another thing that I just thought was so funny about Sunny is it's like Sunny is like coming out there as like a grown ass man. It's like, yeah, I was inspired by Grace Vanderwall. I just saw her playing the ukulele. And I was like, I'm going to start playing the ukulele. Like, that's like, are you kidding me? That's so funny. Why? You're such a freak. I'm sorry. I was living. Those are my 2 winner options. Putri is the realistic winner. Sunny is the stretch winner.
And for me, I'm with you with Putri. I think Putri is a like top 3. And then Gabriel.
Oh,
I think that's a
That's a
wild
great
card
choice.
that we're not expecting. So I think it's between those 2. Yep. What about you, John Doe?
Prediction time for me. Well, I'm thinking about it from a production perspective. If you think about like the finale, they have to like have all kinds of acts, even though people vote, but you know, democracy, but still. You got, I think Trig Watson has the best chance as a magician. That bedroom dog, I'm not gonna remember the name, maybe in there. Miss Sanju, Zanzi Youth Choir.
Zanzi Youth Choir.
Zanzi
Nightbird.
Choir.
The
Tribute
Nightbird
Choir.
Choir, yeah.
Have a good chance to be there. And Putri Ariani is going to be there.
Yes.
I think Mitch Russell, that's a country singer. Don't sleep on him because I think he's got a lot of views and hits and people are searching him. So I'm not sure why, but I think he may be in there like representing country music.
Mhm.
And from this week, Chatum,
We love Chatum.
Sonny
Yeah.
Chatum. But I don't know. We still have another week. But
Okay.
right now, I think it's Putri Ariani.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I honestly think Putri, like,
He's going to win.
I think so.
Mhm.
You know, but part of me also thinks we already have Cody Lee. You know what I'm saying? Like we had Cody Lee as a winner. Would they do the same thing and just try to give another person the win? You know what
I
I'm
think
saying?
she's different.
Like she's definitely different, but like,
I'm so sorry, but the two of them are gonna perform together in the finale.
oh, absolutely. They're gonna
That's
bring
what's gonna
Wait, you
happen.
think
I just
over-
had that realization,
because-
and that's gonna be such a viral video.
But this is my question because she's not autistic.
Right.
You know what I mean? So Lavender is. So that's why I was wondering if Lavender and Cody will perform together.
But I feel like it's just because the reason I thought it would be the two of them is because they both play piano.
Yeah. Dueling pianos.
That was sort
They
of
play
what I
piano
thought.
and they're blind. So they bring attention to a very, a very
Unique
overlooked,
demographic of people,
demographic.
yeah.
and they make them proud and they inspire them. But she also has an amazing voice. He has an amazing voice. They play piano.
Yeah.
And
It's a beautiful duet.
yeah, it could be an amazing duet. Absolutely.
yeah.
Julian, who
Absolutely.
else did you think? Did you have like a goofy winner option?
Oh man.
No magic.
You know, I'm looking through these last acts. I'm looking through all the names right now, and like,
Who's like your favorite silly act of the season so far?
oh boy.
Asking the big questions here.
God, oh God, I'm trying to remember the silly acts. Oh God, why am I forgetting everything? It's like that moment when you ask for something and
No,
then
and it's like,
you
hey,
just
name
pull
3 movies, and you're like, what is movie?
It is movie. It's not like I've been doing this show for the
That
past
Billy on the
happens to me
street.
all the
episodes.
time.
Billy on the streets, he always does that. He's like, name a woman. And they're like,
No, I know. Oh, that show is so good. I love Billy on the Street.
It's just the pressure of it.
Oh my
There
God,
were
we should
also
do
a
our
couple of
version
scary
of Billy
acts.
on the Street.
We should. We
There were a
should.
couple of scary acts that we're overlooking. Like the
Oh,
strong
the
man.
bone guys
Oh,
too.
the Bone guys were
The
okay.
guys with the pop in the freaking bones.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. But
That
also, what about the
was
head balancers?
Terrifying.
head balancer.
Oh, they
They were
were
pretty
also
awesome.
really fantastic.
Yeah.
The dead zombie. That was pretty good.
Oh, Avant-Garde too. The only reason I feel like Avant-Garde doesn't have a chance is because Maya's won last season. That is literally the only reason I feel like they do
Okay.
not have a chance because they are so good. Like some of my favorite dancing I've ever seen on the
They
show.
would have to outdo the Mayas, and I don't think that's
Yeah.
going to happen.
So my silly act, I hated him before, but now I'm starting to love him because he's a silly act. I want Handfart Guy to win.
Ricardo Pace, the
Oh
guy who was
my
he was like,
gosh,
wait,
Julian. The dude
who
wait,
came
can we
from
have a
Italy.
segment? Can we do a segment now? Who can do? Can anyone do a hand fart?
No, can you do it?
I don't know. This is embarrassing. I really can't do it.
You're doing it? Wait, one person at a time.
Yeah,
Let's see
okay.
who's
Do you
doing
remember
it.
doing regular like
Armpit
armpit farts? Like I would need to wash my
do it?
hands if I wait.
Oh, you're
But
good.
you're doing
Of
it
course, Julian
But
is
Julian
good
is
at
doing it
hand
in a different
farting.
way.
Julian's
His
good
hands
at
are like
everything.
clasped.
I am an
Like he's
only
clapping.
child, and I was very bored as a kid.
How did you?
So
Wait,
Oh,
I got
you did
one.
it.
I got
You did
one.
one of those squeaky farts.
I got a hand squeak. Oh wait,
but the
I
fact that
only
this guy was
one.
able to play a song, you know, like
No, like that's actually skill. Because listen, we're all trying to do it right now, and it's hard to even just get a standard hand fart out.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
just
have
like a
big hands.
normal, not like a song hand fart. So I think that that's a fantastic choice.
Thank you. I don't know. I mean, like, if it were to come down to a silly act, I need him to do it because he also came from Italy. Like, you know, the man paid money to come.
I think that's
take
the
a
part that
flight.
always shocks me when somebody's like, I came all the way from Italy, and you're like, what are you doing today? And then they do it, and you're
what's
like,
his name?
Yeah, who was the
dude
other
from,
one this
from Japan.
season? Yeah, what did he do? The guy from Japan.
Helicopter pad.
The helicopter on his butt. That guy.
when he was crushing the walnuts with his booty, that guy from last season?
Well, that was another guy, but what was his name? His
But there was
name
a
was
Japanese guy this season who was like,
was it
I came
Kanishi?
here all the way from Japan.
No.
He had a translator and stuff, and then his whole act was there was like a song playing and he was trying to land a helicopter on a helipad on his butt. That was
These
his
little
entire
drone
act. You
helicopters.
gotta
Oh,
watch.
okay,
You
okay,
gotta
gotta watch
watch
it. Okay.
that one.
That was
I didn't
probably
see that
like
one.
our first.
But it's like he's from Japan. Like he
Yeah.
traveled all this way to that, and
We
I'm
gotta
like,
fly
that
our
is
drone today.
admirable to me.
Julian, today, if we can fly the drone, you can land it on my butt.
You want me to land?
Yes.
You have to go
got a
spread
big butt.
eagle. I mean, I also have a big butt too.
So
yeah,
I can also
yeah.
land it on yours. So we'll see whose butt it's
Okay,
landing
all right,
on.
Billy. So we got to perfect this act. Go to AGT. Say we came from, and then we got to make up accents. Where are we from? Where are we from? Let's
From
pick a country.
England.
Oh, you're going to be from England. Your
We
dad is
came
gonna be
all
very
the
mad
way
at-
here from England just to do this one act.
I'm
We're
trying
doing this.
to
We're going to make a TikTok out of it.
trying to land the helicopter on his bum.
on his bum. I decided to come out here with my flatmate.
My flatmate. Well, you guys also eating crumpets.
Oh, you got Cockney on me all of a sudden.
Dan's
Mr.
probably
John
just
Doe,
listening,
you had some
like,
crazy
guys.
questions for us, right?
Yes,
I'm
I
ready
did.
for these crazy
I
questions.
did. This is where I test you how well you watch the show. Okay, so let's see if you can.
Okay.
Are we keeping score? What do we win? You buying us a drink?
Okay, you can do that.
Buying us a drink.
Whoever wins.
Everyone's getting drunk at work. No, I'm just kidding. We don't do that
We
here.
don't do that here.
Unless you stay.
Let's just stay
Unless I
after
stay
hours
for-
like us.
Maybe I'll stay for the
Talent
next one.
recap
Last week.
after hours.
It's fun actually to watch a show together.
Yeah, it
You
is.
should. And Marissa was here.
Oh.
So we getting drunk after work? Is this what I'm hearing? Like,
Mm.
we do this?
Well, we don't say unless
We don't
you stay.
Yeah. You just have to see what happens when you
Oh
stay.
yeah, you're right. You're right. That's true. It doesn't happen. It's
All right,
not going
next
to
Tuesday, maybe.
So
happen. Maybe
Okay.
hypothetically, if Tuesday.
these statements, just to clarify, were not said backstage. It's either on stage or one of the judges. Okay. Stand up, pee. I want to see pee.
Huh? Wait, I'm sorry.
that happened in the
A
episode.
judge said that.
So that's
Stand
got to
up.
be Howie. Got to be Howie. Or it's got to be... Oh, I was wrong?
Stand
It's
up,
Heidi.
Pete.
Damn.
Sophia.
Heidi.
It's Heidi.
Has to
It's
be
Heidi
Heidi too.
said it. You know when?
You got it, though.
You know, when Sonny Chatham turned to the audience and said, I want to say hi to my girl, P.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, stand up, P.
And
Stand up,
Heidi was
P.
like, stand up, P. I want to see P. And then he was like, no, actually, she's with her mom or something.
Another great Sunny moment. I want to say hi to my girl P.
No, go back and watch it. You'll
Yeah,
laugh
I will.
again.
Stand up,
Oh,
P.
wow.
I
Heidi
want to
was
see
like, I want
P.
to see P.
So you got the point.
All
1
right.
point, Julian. Because you said Heidi.
You said, who said Heidi?
We both did.
I
didn't
did,
we?
but I already got
All
my
right.
no.
I got red buzzed. I said Sophia.
That's why we're barefoot.
The Bomba Circus.
It's one of the aerial acts.
Do Acero?
I'm gonna agree with that. No.
Wait, was this for? Okay, hold up. Are we talking about all of AGT this season? Oh, this episode.
I do my own sound effects.
Okay,
guys.
hold up. I'm not gonna.
That's why we're barefoot. Guys, in the comments, if you're still listening, put it in the comments before you
That's
hit pause.
why we're still barefoot.
That's why we're barefoot.
Where? So it has to be an act that has more than one person. It wasn't the rock
It
guys.
wasn't
They
the
weren't
Bomba
barefoot.
Circus
Was the rock
either.
guys barefoot?
Was it the Twinjas?
Twinjas.
Yes!
I was gonna.
Ding, ding, ding,
Ding,
ding,
ding,
ding.
The twin just said, we do MMA and we fight. That's why we're barefoot.
Okay.
Like they said it even twice for whatever reason.
All right, so you guys are
Because
tied. I
they're
have 0.
twins.
Whatever.
Twice.
Okay, one more. No, 2 more. Hope you're doing well, I guess. No, not really.
This was Summer Rios' ex-boyfriend.
Ding, 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 ding,
I remember
ding.
this.
Yes. Oh yeah.
They-
I
They
did
were
watch
just
her
like,
full
"Do you?"
thing.
She's just like, "Yeah, I just broke up with my ex," and they're just like, "Oh,
You wanna
is he
tell him
watching? Do you
something?
want to tell him something? Or no, is he watching? I hope not. Do you want to say something to him? Hope you're doing well. I guess not really.
That's pretty
Okay.
iconic of her.
Yeah,
I will
Yeah,
say
and
that.
Simon really found that funny. He was like rolling.
No,
laughing.
because that is like a sound. You know what I mean? Like
course
that
it
could
is.
just real quick
But we
become a
gotta make that a
TikTok
sound,
sound.
you're right.
Yeah, nope. Getting on it
Either
today.
that, or I feel like
Finally,
Olivia
one
Rodrigo's
more.
gonna take that sound and just be like, "Get on my track. We're gonna make this a thing."
Bury that.
One more. You should have had that conversation earlier.
Was it a judge to Sunny?
Judge or contestant for that one?
Well, a judge said that. I'll go even further. Simon said that to a contestant.
It wasn't this episode.
Was this episode?
It was this episode?
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like Howie has said this to Sophia from another act.
You should have had that
With-
conversation.
And it was when Sophia was talking to that person who did the makeup stuff, and he's just like, "This isn't for the show. You should."
It was
have
the
had
yoga face lady.
the yoga face lady. That's what it was.
yoga
Yeah,
lady.
Oh, when the Instagram and stuff like.
yeah.
I'll follow you on Instagram.
And he's just like, "This
I
doesn't
remember.
belong on the
I
stage.
remember what
Like,
he's saying.
like have a conversation later."
Mystery man, may you say the quote one more time?
Okay. You should have had that conversation earlier.
Was that Gabriel Henrique? No? Duo Acero?
Let's see. Okay, wait. Said it to a contestant. You should have had that conversation earlier. It wasn't Noodle and Bun.
No.
It wasn't Duo. It wasn't I don't think it was the dog. Oh my God, it wasn't.
Okay, so I'll just give it to you. Well,
It wasn't to the Bomba Circus, was it?
no.
Damn.
It was the drumline act, the Pulse
Oh, Pulse Percussion.
He asked him, "What are you going to do with $1 million?" The
Oh,
guy
he
said,
did,
"I
you're
have
right.
no clue."
Oh.
And Simon was like, "You should have
Damn.
had that conversation earlier."
Yeah, because you have to split it between all of them, and that's going to be a fight.
And
yeah.
It was also interesting that he said, "I have no clue," because like anybody that goes on AGT, you prepare for the judges' questions, and you know one of the
Well,
questions
that's
is going
gotta
to be
suck though.
what is.
You get $1 million.
You have
It
to
gets
split.
taxed, and then you gotta get
Split
split
it
it.
that whole thing.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my God.
But I'm
among
shocked
the
too
whole
because they
Pulse
do make
Percussion.
you, when you go on the
each get,
show,
like,
they make you
$10.
have an answer to that question. So I'm shocked that he had no answer. And after all that,
And
Probably,
they
probably
aired
froze up,
it.
maybe.
Yeah.
Like, it could have been a moment where
Or
like
that
he
was a
had
choice.
like he was trying to remember his answer, and then he was like,
Maybe
Awesome.
he wasn't the guy prepared to talk. I don't know. Could be he decided that that's going to be his answer.
So mystery man, who gets the drink?
It's you. You won.
Really? You got
I got
two. She
one
got
and
one.
you got two.
I
And
got
then the
0.
last one was a wash.
Julian gets the drink.
Yes.
Ding, ding, ding. Julian is the
Hypothetically, after hours. Hypothetically,
winner.
I get a drink because I remember Ian Zuli has 3 nipples.
you do. You do.
Ding,
Ian
ding,
Zuli
ding,
has 3 nipples. I'm surprised you remembered his name.
The quotes that you remember.
No, I'm telling you, this was a high school moment. Like, I'm not even kidding. High school is also just weird. I went to LaGuardia for music and art. Timothy Chalamet was in my graduating year. That's a
So
different
cool.
story.
Love him.
Anyways, but yeah, it was weird. It was this weird thing where like he just never failed to tell us he had 3 nipples.
So does Timothy Chalamet know that he has 3 nipples too?
I'm more than positive Timothy Chalamet probably knows that he has 3 nipples.
So if I ever see him on the street, I'm going to go, you went to school with 3 nipples.
No, you have to say, do you know a guy named Ian Zuli from LaGuardia who has 3 nipples? And then he'll probably, maybe, somewhere in the back of his
He's
head.
got to know it. He's got to
Yeah,
know
he's
it.
gotta know
That's
it.
not a
No.
small thing. Okay,
God,
well.
yeah, no, the high school is
How do you
interesting.
guys wrap this up? Because I'm ready for a smoke.
Well,
Closing statements.
closing
yay.
statements. How did we feel about the episode as a whole? Pretty decent,
I thought this was a good one, and all I could say is, as like a viewer who likes the weird, crazy acts, like I have watched many acts that I thought were really cool not get through this season, like Sweater Edward, the guy on, also that name is just unforgettable. The guy who was doing like the guitar on like the balancing thing. Like I've seen some really cool weirdos not get through this season, so I love this episode because Sonny Chatum I think has a very good chance of winning the whole show as a total freaking weirdo. So I loved this episode for that reason. I also thought that the golden buzzer was phenomenal, and I loved
me
that.
too.
And so I'd say my highlights were Sunny, golden buzzer, and Zion Clark.
And I just echo what you said. I had a great time with the episode. And we didn't talk about the mystery moment that showed Mason saying, "What's your inspiration?" Your mom. And that was it.
But we do have.
What was
Can
that?
we talk about the information that you have about Mason?
Secret.
The
AGT
secret that you have.
info.
Oh, the
You've
new
told us-
show? I don't know if we can tell it yet, but he's
Nah.
being seen. Yeah, wait to see where it goes because it's just the first step.
But let's
Okay.
just say there are other shows other than AGT.
There we go. Yes, that he
Okay.
may be on soon.
But I would say when I
Okay.
watched, I sent you this little clip of
Yes.
this 5-second clip of Terry
Show it
Crews
to-
talking to Mason, yeah?
This right now. It's my mother.
And I just captioned it, inspirational quote of the day. And this is to all the kids out there. Never back down. Never quit. Because one day, you too may get 5 seconds on America's Got Talent.
For a second, I thought you were going to be like, the quote is, Never gonna give you up. Never going to let you down.
Oh gosh.
Now I want to sing this.
Oh,
I
God.
won't though.
Rick Roll 'em.
Don't worry.
Rick roll the audience just real quick. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for listening. We really appreciate it. If you really like the podcast, make sure that you leave a 5-star review or comment down below and let us know what you want us to talk about next, or give us details about the show, or maybe we can have different segments. We also like to bring this to bigger perspective, so please give us 5 stars or rate us your honest review. We need some reviews on the show.
And tell us what you think of our mystery guest, John
Yes.
Doe.
John
Well,
Doe.
now that we're at the end of it, we're not in the intro, and I'm not trying to hook anything. Julian, great job with the podcast.
Yes.
So it's not trash. No, I'm just kidding.
It was trash.
It was trash.
That's how we started off. We're going to end it with it's not trash.
I've been breathing heavy ever since he said that. I've been like, am I doing this right? But thank you. I appreciate it, John Doe. But yeah, thank you so much for listening. Thank you
Thanks
for
for
joining
listening,
us.
guys.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thanks.
All right.
Bye.
Bye, guys.